The Abdul Samad Rabiu Africa Initiative has awarded a 1 billion naira infrastructure grant to the University of Benin, Edo State as part of its 2021 Tertiary Education Grants Scheme. Speaking during the presentation, the Managing Director of ASR Africa, Mr. Ubong Udo, commended the Vice-Chancellor and Council members of the university for their commitment to ensuring the highest standards in tertiary education. With this grant, University of Benin becomes the 5th Nigerian university to receive a grant award of 1 billion naira from the ASR Africa Tertiary Education Grants Scheme. The ASR initiative is the brainchild of the founder and executive chairman of BOA Group, Mr. Abdul Samad Rabiu.
The Tertiary Education Grants Scheme is a $1 billion grant provided to universities across the country. We started with 6 universities, one from each geopolitical zone, and we used a specific set of criteria. We used the formula grant system. We used some criteria, of course, to be able to select these 6 from the very many universities which we have across the country. Geopolitical zone, of course, was one, and then we looked at other things. Things like developmental, indices, ranking, student population, gender inclusion, and I can say very proudly that University of Benin, of course, we've seen a female Vice-Chancellor and Deputy Vice-Chancellor scored very high in very many of these, especially for the cause of gender. This grant has already been awarded to 5 other universities, to 4 others, this is the 5th, and we have always been received very well. I can also want to just thank you now, especially for the kind considerations you provided for us in getting us from the airport and making us comfortable. We really appreciate that. So we discussed, madam, and over time, what we intend to use the grant for. So we have certain criteria also that we use to select projects. Of course, we don't presuppose to tell the schools what we want to do with the money. We go through a process of a needs assessment where the school will tell us, the institution will tell us what their needs are, and then we sit together and sieve through this and run it through a prioritization filter and select what we feel both of us agree will be the most impactful, the most relevant, will be most accessible, will provide the largest and broader impact and long-term benefit to the institution and to the students and staff.